Hey YouTube, just wanted to give you guys a update on my hog hunting rifle, some changes I've made and why I've made them. If you can see the last video I made, this rifle was a lot different. I had an EOTech XPS 2-0 on there. I had an Enforce weapon mounted light. And I had the standard, we'll call it the heavy LWRC barrel on there. So let's get into it. Why did I make some of these changes? Short answer is weight. This was a heavy rifle. When you look at the standard barrel versus the spiral fluted. When you look at the weight of the EOTech versus the Aimpoint Micro T2, yeah, this was a heavy rifle to heft around, and I was hefting it when I hunt. I don't use the magnifier, so it's going to be 11.5 ounces lighter. With the D-ball is still with me. I'll talk about that in a minute. But that's 8 ounces, so it's going to be 3 ounces lighter. I basically was in the process of SBRing this thing. I looked around and I said, listen, it's just not fun to carry this thing around and hunt with it. You know, what can I do to drop some weight? I emailed Rodney over at LWRCI. He's in their customer service department and the repair department. Sorry, and I asked him. I said, "Listen, I didn't want to lose the muzzle velocity. It's 5.56. A lot of people out there feel that if you're hunting hogs with a 5.56, you're pretty much at a disadvantage anyway. To SBR it and lose that extra push in the round, the extra speed, muzzle velocity, maybe pushing it. I don't know. I mean, my shots are 100 yards and in. I'm shooting with the IR laser. I'm not, I'm not shooting from a tripod with a thermal scope. A lot of these guys do that, and they're making great shots, man. Todd Huey from Lone Star Boars, man, his videos are nothing but pure gold, Double Knot Spy. He's another guy that these guys make great shots. I'm a spot and stock hunter, and I know these guys are too, but my shots are going to be, 50, 60, 75 yards. Because I like to use the equipment I have, and I like the monocular, and I like the IR laser and the illuminator. So, from talking with Rodney at LWRCI, he said, "Listen, spiral fluted barrel is 20% of the barrel weight right there," and I'm like, okay, I'm in. Didn't have to wait 10 months to do it. But the second part of it is, if you can see the knob right below my iron sights there, that's an adjustable gas block. And that was, to me, was a no-brainer to add. When I started, I'm a guy that bought into the piston concept early. I wanted a cleaner rifle. I wanted a cleaner bolt carrier group. And it was, until I added the suppressor. And it was dirty. It was just as dirty as a DI gun. With it set to suppressed, I shot, I don't know, maybe 50 rounds today. And there was absolutely no fouling in the bolt carrier group at all. So this is something where maybe helps the piston system shine a little bit. It also is a much it's less harsh The gun isn't overgassed. Piston, you know, the gun generally was overgassed, I'll say. LWRC had me add the H3 buffer and the you know, the heavy duty spring when I put the M4 2000 on there. M4 2000 generates a lot of back pressure. Great suppressor, I love it, but it generates a lot of back pressure. So the H3 tamed that down, but it didn't really solve the problem of it was overgassed. Now it is no longer overgassed because you're regulating the gas at the gas block, which is nice. So why get rid of the EOTech? Honestly, weight, and I could keep it always on. A little bit more reliability. My eyes also generally see just the red dot easier than they do the EOTech reticle. I'm gonna go on record and say I loved my EOTech. I still have it. I didn't get rid of it. I still have it. Maybe if my kid builds a rifle or whatever, go on his. But I loved my EOTech. Never had an issue with it. Would zero it in Florida once. So check the zero in Florida. You know, in the 85 degree weather. Come home, shoot it in 35 degree weather. Never had an issue. Same thing, vice versa. You know, shoot it up here, throw it in the car, drive it down to Florida. 85 degrees down there, pull it out, and it's still dead on. So never had an issue with it. It just came down to weight, and it came down to I believe that I'm faster shooter with the aim point. By the way, I love the aim point. It's nice. It's light. It's for me. It's a quicker sight. It's always on too. You know. It's I pull the rifle out, and if it's loaded, and that thing's ready to go. You know, chamber round, boom, you're going to work. Somebody breaks into your house or something. The Surefire versus the WML. Again, I never had an issue with the WML. I went with the Surefire because I like that thing's bomb-proof. It's aluminum housing. It's this one is also IR capable, so I can take it off. I can put it on my Team Wendy helmet on the rails there if I'm going, caving or something at night where I'm just, I'm doing a night hike. I need illumination. Can't take my D-ball with me. The supplemental IR on that is very nice. I just did order the remote switch for that. That'll be here in a couple days. And when my D-ball gets back in, I'll do another video. Where's my D-ball? I had a minor issue with it. The illuminator was starting to dim. And what I mean by that is it wasn't as effective. So if I was previously able to illuminate a target at 100 yards, and it would work superbly at 100 yards. Now at 100 yards, the illuminator wasn't really working. It was highly effective at, say, 50 yards, 60 yards. But, did the illuminator ever stop working? No, it just wasn't as effective. And this was on high. The illuminator on low, where it was effective maybe at 30 or 40 yards, it wasn't effective at that anymore. So the illuminator was having an issue. I emailed Steiner. They sent me an RMA, and off it went. They're currently in the process of fixing it. Nothing bad to say about their customer service so far. They've been very good. What else? I guess I just have to say that when you talk about different companies and different manufacturers, LWRC has to be at the top of the heap, man. They got 1,000,010 configurations of their piston and DI guns now. They're into DI now, right? So when you talk about the civilian market for, say, H&K and the 416, you can't do the things that I just did, which is send them your upper. They'll spiral flute your barrel. They'll put an adjustable gas block on there. I don't know. You know, the good companies will do that. The Bravo companies, the Daniel Defenses, the Noveskis, the LaRues. And LWRC will do that. But it's about it, man. So how did she shoot? That's my grouping today for my, and that's zeroing the aim point on a new barrel. Pretty good head. The shots to the upper right are my first shots. So she dialed in nicely. And I'm happy with that. I'm not a sniper. I'm a hunter. Anyway, let me know what you think. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. AAC suppressor is still as good as always. I love it. Nice and quiet. But yeah, everything. This is a nice lighter version. And when the D-ball gets back, I'm looking forward to putting that back on there. And hopefully in October, I'll be down in Florida picking off some hogs. I'm hoping to get some sort of video first-person recording system so that I can record it and put it out here on YouTube. Certainly I have enough videos of my equipment, but I know y'all want to see me actually shoot and kill a hog. So that's all I got, YouTube. Let me know what you think, and as always, peace.